Leave Germany, Switzerland and the West ASAP. I've lived my whole life in Germany, a country that runs on paperwork, stamps and bitte warten, where you need a physical appointment just to change your address. And now the same country wants to put your entire identity, passport, health data, tax ID and even your driver's license into a single digital wallet. Switzerland has already voted for this. Sounds convenient? Right. But every time I hear the word convenience, I remember how easily convenience becomes control. Then I moved to Dubai, where everything already runs on digital ID. You scan your phone at immigration, open your bank account, signs contracts, all in 1 second in one app. And you know what? It actually works. No privacy scandals, no bureaucracy. But here's the difference in Dubai. The system is built for efficiency and for the people. In Europe, it's being built for oversight. So the question is, can a digital ID exist without turning into digital surveillance? First thing we need to check out is, why are the Western governments publishing digital IDs right now? And the Westernized and every government, I'm not speaking about Dubai particularly, just in general, everyone in Germany, but especially the West, they want to do one thing, and that's control their people. But there's governments, they work for the people, and there's governments that kind of work against the people. If you haven't found out which government works for the people and which doesn't, then that's your bad. The Western countries want to control people in an easier way, and they want to govern them. They want to introduce systems that keeps everyone in bay, because the Western world is failing. It's failing with their wild immigration. Their monetary system is failing. The governmental system is full of bureaucracy and BS, and it's slow. It's not working. They don't even have good internet in Europe. So what to say else? So the question here is not to help the people, but it's actually to govern people and oversee them. And most people, when I talk with them about this, they just say, I don't care. What should they know about me? I'm just a normal person. And I understand. I understand that it doesn't impact your life, but it's going to impact all of our lives. So it's really not about privacy, it's more about data control. Just recently in Germany, or especially in Europe, there was big discussion of emitting a new law that allows governments to control every chat and read chats from people, which they're already doing, but they want to do it on an official basis and see everything, and everything is going to be passed to them. Crazy. And that's because they want to control you. Why is the digital ID so dangerous in the West but accepted in Dubai? In Dubai, it's already accepted, and Dubai runs very, very different than the UAE, where you truly feel whatever they do is for the people and not against the people. But the West has lost this trust over decades of mal-leading people, of doing things against them, as the code that we recently had. Not so recent anymore, but still recent enough for you to learn things out of it if you look at it. So far, the West has always misused these things against people, against their privacy, to control them, to maneuver them, to manipulate them, and to make their lives harder than easier. What happens when your ID, your bank, and your health record all connect to one system? The big problem here is that you can introduce credit scores, not only how we have credit scores now in this world, where if you use a credit card and you use it well, your credit score increases and decreases. If you don't, that's okay. But it's going to be the same thing for your life. If you misbehave, your money can be blocked, or you get less money, or you pay percentages directly on your bank account. Where you are, what you do, what you think, what you say, and who you speak against is instantly tracked and can be fined monetarily with you directly and checked in with you directly. So it just makes everything easier for the government to control your voice. And it's not the first time that the West is controlling our voice, especially if you go into anti-Semitism and so many things in Europe right now that are coming back. And if you study history a little bit, we already had that problem in the past, and we know where it ended. There's ideas behind this to control, to connect, and to make you pay instantly. Why are people in Germany already losing trust in the system and leaving? Main reason is because in the past, the West, or especially Germany, has failed insanely. It failed economically, it failed in their leadership, it failed in moral and ethics, it failed basically in everything, in my opinion. There's so many examples over the last years alone where the system has chosen itself over its people, where it focuses on continuously taking people's freedom by now introducing the new law of every chat being written, by really making people pay, putting people into prison, and make them pay fines because they have an honest voice. So the West, that once stood for freedom of voice, which I won't have here in the UAE, punishes everyone that seems to be free in their voice and saying whatever they want, and even giving feedback against things that they don't like, and you're punished for that now. Could a Swiss-style ID be the prototype of the rest of Europe? I'm pretty sure that Europe is looking a lot at what Switzerland is doing and how the ID is being developed right now. So yes, if you want to find out more about that, check the Swiss-style ID. What role does Apple, Google, and big tech play in this? For them, it's pretty easy. They want to have a big stake in this, because if they can collect more data. And you need to understand that Apple, Google, all of these tech companies, Tesla, they're not a car company, they're not phone companies, they are data companies. They collect everything about you, they know everything about you, so they can advertise to you, they can control you. And Facebook can control opinions of people, even who they vote. And we have seen that in the past in America on how Facebook was actually used to manipulate campaigns of people. So obviously, what you get feed all the day, what you spend most time with is your phone and all the information on it. And it's gonna make you think different depending on the information. So if they control it, they control you. How long until digital IDs are tied to your finance, your travel, and your speech, especially to your speech? And I see that coming in the next 10 years. And that's what is really frightening. Now it's smart. I'm pro it. I'm not contra. I'm pro cleaning up the bureaucracy in Europe, especially in Germany. But what it's going to be used for, I'm contra. Is it really about safety or just about obedience? And I think it's both, obviously. Again, the government's job is to control, govern the minds of people. So they will implement systems, technology to, in the front door, tell people you will be safer. In the back door, just use it for obedience. Look, they tell you it's voluntary, like they did with the jab. They'll tell you it's safe, like they told you with the jab. But every system that starts as an optional eventually becomes required. Switzerland is just a test. Germany will follow. And if people don't start asking questions now, it won't matter where you run next. The future will belong to those who stay informed, can protect their privacy, and stay free. If you care about freedom, hit subscribe right now. Because when everyone wakes up, it will already be too late.